So I've noticed a pattern between either people going from evangelical to Lutheran or Lutheran to evangelical. If people are Lutheran and they become evangelical, it's usually because they experience something. They have an amazing experience with God, and then they say that, well, the Lutheran Church was not true because I had this experience here and I never had that there, despite all of the theology that they had access to. They said the Nicene Creed, which I did a video about yesterday, they said that every week they went through the catechism class, which taught them everything that they needed to know about the Bible and all that stuff, but they still didn't know about the gospel until they had the experience with God. And then you have people coming from evangelical going to Lutheran, and they don't become Lutheran because of the experience, and I sure didn't. They become Lutheran because of the theology. And like with me, I became Lutheran because the theology was right, but I had to get used to the service. If it had been just the service, I would not have become Lutheran for the service or the experience of the service. Whenever people finally figure out that a lot of the evangelical churches are just about experience, then they eventually figure out that they will eventually find something like the Catholic Church or Eastern Orthodox and say, well, I'm going there because they're solidly on the Word. They talk about the Word every week, and they've been around unchanging for thousands of years. And the evangelical churches just get blown with every wind of doctrine that comes along. No one knows that there is a Protestant version of the Catholic Church, which is the Lutheran Church. The Lutheran Church is Catholic without all of the heresies that the Catholic Church has. But the Lutheran Church does not do a very good job of getting itself out there, so most people don't know about it and jump right over it and go to Catholic or Eastern Orthodox. So if you're thinking about deconstructing your faith or becoming Catholic or becoming Eastern Orthodox because you're tired of the evangelical church in America, look at Lutheranism. The early church started out just as Jesus designed it, and then got all of these Roman Catholic traditions over the years until it became Roman Catholic. And then at some point in the 1500s, Martin Luther reformed. He tried to get the Catholic Church to fix itself and all the problems it had, but they kicked him out, and so he started a church that was actually true, which turned into everything that all the denominations we have in America now. The Eastern Orthodox was separate from that and had their own thing going on. So before you settle on Catholic or Eastern Orthodox, I would also see what Lutherans believe, watch some debates, see who sounds the best, and see who you think is the most biblical. If you're evangelical, like charismatic or Baptist, I would also ask you to study what the Lutherans believe and see why you think they're wrong. I always hear a bunch of people tell me that I'm wrong because I'm just wrong, because they don't know what I believe at all, but I'm wrong somehow. Study what I actually believe. Study the LCMS Lutheran stuff and tell me how I am theologically wrong. And consider joining the Lutheran Church if you can't prove any of it wrong. And if you're a Lutheran thinking of going evangelical because you've had experiences at other churches, get in the Word, read the Catechism, read the Large Catechism, read any of the stuff by the Church Fathers, and see how much of this stuff the evangelicals believe has been around for more than 200 years. And you may want to stay Lutheran. Anyway, that's just another annoying thing that I have with the church these days. If you have any questions, put them below, and stay tuned for more videos.